Hey, pal, welcome to the detention center. You're sure in a happy mood, aren't you? Yup. After all, we got messed up. Right. But, so where's the sacred urn? Oh. Yeah, sorry about that, pal. I guess I didn't really think about it before. But you're the victim in this case. Eh. Well, I guess I should let you guys hear the story straight from the horse's mouth. Mask to Mask is a horse? You know, he's right, Nick. He is. If you think about it real hard, we are the victims. Well, I guess so, in a way. I'm so used to thinking of the victim as a dead person because we're always on murder cases. Excuse me? But anyway, I have to get the sacred urn back. Please, don't just ignore me. Oh, hey, bunhead. Who are you? I'm Mask to Mask, okay? Oh, dang it. Sorry about that. I'm Ron Delight, the famous Mask to Mask. Delight, huh? I don't think this guy could punch his way out of a wet paper bag. Let's have ourselves a conversation. So, you're the Mask to Mask guy. Yes, you bet. No, that's wrong. You see, it's complicated. Sort of yes and sort of no, if you know what I mean. Eh? What's wrong? Well, when I say wrong, what I mean to say is that it's not right, per se. You see, it's not spelled Mask de Mask, it's actually Mask star de Mask. What's with this guy? He's a bit of an oddball. Well, he's a timid little weakling, we know that much. Damn, don't do that. Don't look at me like that, I don't need your pity. And a major crybaby too. Phoenix, you've grown as a person, but maybe don't throw rocks in this glass house. So why'd you give yourself up? Well, you see, it's because, well, I know why. It's because you stole such a priceless treasure, and now you're overwhelmed with guilt. Am I right? Priceless treasure, that broken old urn. Glad Phoenix agrees with me. I have a little favor to ask. Yeah, what is it? Could you go and talk to Desi? Arnez? Desi? Okay, well, first of all, let's talk about that there urn. Look, we really want our urn back, so where is it? I'm sorry, I'll give it back. I really will. Maybe not. No, I can't. I can't make promises I can't keep. I'll just end up hurting people. Mr. Nick? I couldn't hear what he just said, especially the last part. Mr. The Mask, do you think you could speak up a little? Yes, sir, I will, I promise. Maybe not. You see, I'm already speaking in my normal voice, so I can't really do anything. Mr. Damask, about the urn? Oh, yeah, the urn, right away. Actually, no. I wouldn't mind telling you, but actually I'm afraid you wouldn't believe me anyway. Enough already, just tell it to us straight. Please don't yell at me. Jeez, this dude. I'm sorry. That urn, I lost it. What? Kind of a terrible, absolutely atrocious thief, aren't you? I'm almost positive that you definitely are not him. What did you just say? Did you say you lost it? Yes, no, maybe so. I mean, yes, I lost it. What do you mean? Well, you know, I lost it. Like I said, these things just happen. You're on the train and you get distracted and you forget your bag, you know. What? You forgot our sacred urn on a train? Wait a minute, you went on the train dressed like that? No, I was just speaking hypothetically, that's all. Anyway, I'm sorry. Just lost it somewhere. I don't know where. This guy's story is more surreal than a Dali painting. And his hair would fit right in one too. Are you really sure this creep is Mask to Mask? Maya, don't call him a creep. Although I do have to admit, I understand your doubts about this guy. All right, so, who's Desi? Please don't talk about my wife like that. Oh, I guess she must be his wife. I'm sorry. The truth is, it was my wife that told me to have you all come here. Do you think you could go visit her at my hideout? Hideout? Mr. Nick? What does he mean by hideout? Oh, sorry. Naturally, I meant to say my secret base. That's not any better. Well, my apartment, actually. Palazzo Pelpapi, 3rd floor. Let's go have a look, Nick. To Mask's hideout. Something tells me she just likes the sound of the word hideout. Okay, then I guess we're gonna be going there. To the hideout! To meet with a Desi! Also, I know it was Desi Arnez, not Desi. I'm not dumb, okay? Well, that certainly looks like a hideout. Wow, check this place out. No doubt about it, this is Master Mask's hideout, all right. Who is it? That you, Ronnie? Oh, dang. Eh? She's got the lot of heart music playing. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Eh, who are you people? Are you Desi Delight? That's right, I'm Desiree. Oh, you must be the lawyer and the victim. Yeah, that's us. Your husband told us to stop by and speak with you? I'm Maya Fey, and this is Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. Nicky Boy and Maya, huh? I can't tell you how grateful I am that you decided to help my Ronnie. Well, you're welcome. Did she really call me Nicky Boy? That she done and did. About your husband? Ain't he the cutest? A bit weak sometimes, though. A bit? By the way, did you know they mentioned Maya on TV? Eh? Really? Whoa, they said you own the urn and that you're doing some shady training at a law office now. Remind me not to watch that channel's news program. After I saw that, I thought it might be a good idea to meet the lawyer that they mentioned. I see. My Ronnie, he has a powerful imagination and gets deluded easily. He kept insisting he was going to surrender to the police. I didn't know what to do. It was me, I stole that urn, I kept saying, as if it was even possible. Eh? But are you saying he didn't? Of course he didn't. Why would my Ronnie ever do something like that? Well, you know, it's a priceless treasure, and he's, you know, is it possible his own wife doesn't know his secret identity? I feel like that's unlikely. Me? I'm the kind of woman that needs excitement in her life. You can tell by my tire earrings. Oh, excitement, huh? Or maybe those are hubcaps? Yeah, I'm at my happiest when I'm racing along with my bike going at full throttle. Riding a motorcycle is like putting your life on the line. You know what I mean? Well, I think that depends on how you ride it. A little bit here, a little bit there. I'm the type that can't stand living a boring, dreary old life with no action. No offense, but your husband, Ron, doesn't exactly look like the risk-taking type himself. Yeah, right about that. He's definitely not one for thrills and danger. But I do have to say that he makes up for it in other ways. Excuse me? Other ways? Yeah, money. Ronnie is incredibly rich and super generous. Oh. Not the most, not a relationship built on a strong foundation of love, it seems. He bought me a bike that's so fast it'd make your head spin. And shopping? I like to shop so much it makes Ron's head spin. The other day, it actually happened. His head actually started to spin. Man, talk about a high-maintenance wife. So, where does Mr. Delight get all the money from? Ronnie's a security guard. They put their lives on the line, right? So they get paid tons of money in return. Tons of it. Yeah, that is absolutely not true. He's a security guard? I think it's my turn. It's my turn for my head to spin. Yeah, that's definitely a load of bull. Can you tell us about what happened last night? What time did that incident take place again? What time was it again, Maya? Well, according to Detective Gumshoe, it was around 1:30 in the morning. Last night was horrible. I got pulled over. Pulled over? Yeah, I always do my best flying at night. Flying? Yeah, you're talking about your motorcycle, right? Yeah, every time I hit a pothole, I go like 50 feet in the air. It's freaking dope. Last night I got pulled over by a policeman. I can't believe he caught up to me. It was a great chase, let me tell you. How are you not in prison? And he finally caught me. The poor man was as white as a sheet. It was about 3 in the morning when I finally got home. Sounds like she got an airtight alibi. So that's something at least. Oh, what about Mr. Delight? I don't really know. We weren't together at the time of the night. But when I got home, he was already fast asleep. So basically, he's got no alibi. Ain't that just a big pile of fantasticness? All right, well, let's take a... Do you know anything about this? So what do you know about this? No, you can't show her that, Nick. That emblem is top secret, don't you remember? No, sorry, I forgot about that. By the way, she just said top secret was a worse giveaway than what I did. Oh, when I hear the word top secret, it just piques my interest like nothing else. Okay, well then how about we just point out Master Mask specifically? Miss Delight, you must know, right? About your husband and Master Mask? Master Mask? Of course I know all about it. My husband is his biggest fan. Yep, wait, what? Huh? Biggest fan? Yeah, and Ronnie can be pretty delusional sometimes. That's how this whole misunderstanding happened. Wait a minute. Did you say delusional? Yeah, that's right. I just don't know what I'm gonna do with him. You see, Ronnie actually believes that he is Master Mask. What? Well, that would explain the random turning in thing. What are you talking about? All right, well, hopefully that leads to some new conversations. Thank you. So, when did Ron first become Mask the Mask? What are you talking about? He's not Master Mask. But wait a second. Look around at this room. This place is obviously Master Mask's hideout. No, you're totally wrong. A real thief's hideout wouldn't look like this. It's because Ronnie is so timid himself that he looks up to heroic figures. Heroic figures? But Master Mask is a bad guy. So he's deluded, huh? Would that really be true? Anyway, if he really had stolen the urn, wouldn't he still have it? Well, I suppose so. Then why don't you ask him if he has the urn or not? Has a point. Mr. Delight isn't exactly the criminal type. Something about Ron's behavior bothers me. Maybe it's true. Maybe Mr. Delight isn't Master Mask after all. Say, can I ask you something, Nicky boy? What is it? Also, please stop calling me that. I know I may seem like a bad girl on the outside, what with my motorcycling, fuzzy neck thingy, and the fact that I'm apparently only married to a man because he gives me stuff. But the one thing I won't stand for is illegal activity. True, that's fair. All the things she did technically are not illegal, except for speeding. That is a crime. I had the feeling you wouldn't. You're tough, but I can tell you've got a good heart, even if you like money. Somebody frame my poor Ronnie. I just know it. Could you give this to Ronnie for me? A letter? Yeah, for Ronnie. I want him to fight back. Mr. Light. Okay, you've got it. Just relax and leave it all to us. Well, that's definitely a thing to do. Let's go. And then we just bada bing, bada boom, bada beep, bop, boop. Oh, that's right. Here, this is from your wife. Oh, from Desi? Thank you. Letter given to Master Mask. Actually, more like taken. My dear Ronnie, how are you? I'm doing fine. He's clutching onto that letter so hard the ink is gonna be squeezed out. He looks so happy. You should write a letter to Mystic Maya too, Mr. Nick. Yes, well, I'll get right on that. Mr. Lawyer? Yes? In the letter that Desi wrote, she said, ask this guy to be your lawyer. I know this would be asking a lot, but could you please take my case? My trial starts tomorrow. Hey, whoa, hang on a second. He can't be your lawyer. Why not? What do you mean, why not? We're the victims in this case, right? Victims of this Damask guy. Well, yeah, but according to Desiree, he didn't do it. She said, poor man. He's deluded himself into thinking he did it. Right, Mr. Nick? Nice recall. Come on, she could be lying to protect her husband. That is true. Well, that's true. No, actually not. Actually, it's hard to say. Oh no, it's spreading. Oh, please, I'll give you the treasure of your choice in return. What should I do? Visible shrug. Well, Mr. Delight, I've decided to give it a try. I'll defend you. Really? You will? Hey, what are you doing, Nick? He's a thief. You can't trust him. Well, he may be a thief, but I think there's more to this case than meets the eye. And I ain't talking about an Autobot. Mr. Nick, I was wrong about you. I shouldn't have trusted you. Pearls, I can't believe you defend this person after what he did to Mystic Maya. I'll never forgive you ever. Really? This is what's happening now? Pearly, wait. This is gonna be ugly. I'll go after her. Sigh. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. Wow, this is a somber little piano medley we got here. Well, you couldn't have known she'd react like that. I guess I might as well start investigating. Oh, Maya. Where's Pearls? She said she's going back to the office. Go check in on her later, would you? And what about you? Are you okay with me taking Mr. Delight's case? Yeah, I'm fine, Nick. I believe in you. Hey, friendship. Sniffle. I think I'm gonna cry. Aw, that's actually really nice. I know you have a lot of work to do. I really appreciate it. Okay, Nick, let's get this show on the road. It's time to do some investigatorium, and other such words that aren't real words. Mispronunciations. You! Mr. Nick. Well, welcome back. Oh, hey, Pearls. You're back too, I see. I I went and bought us a strawberry cake. I'll go make some tea to go with it. Okay. Hey, Pearls? It looks like she feels really bad about what happened at the detention center. Do we really need a flashback? It happened like 7 seconds ago. Was I supposed to not come back here till later? Mystic Maya, tea's ready. Oh, thanks. Come on, Mr. Nick, please have some of this cake. Yeah, thanks. Pearls? Oh, excuse me, I was in the middle of cleaning the toilet. That toilet is gonna be so clean. It's okay, I just cleaned it this morning. Too late. This might be a good time for me to ask about her. All right. I'm gonna need you to dish some info, y'all. I first met Pearls a year ago. It was when that murder happened at Kurain Village. I still remember what she said to me when we first met. You're Mr. Nick, right? You're Mystic Maya's special someone. Hey, Maya, I've always thought it was because she was young, but what? Pearls, I think she's got the wrong idea about you and me. Eh? There's something you need to understand. What is it? It's kind of like a Kurain Village custom, sort of. Okay, well, I gotta ask about this. There are hardly any men in Kurain Village. I suppose I've noticed. Now that you mention it, I've never actually saw any men there when I visited. Yeah, I'm glad you noticed. I'm pretty sure I told you about it a long time ago. About how spiritual powers run very strong in the Fae family. Yeah, you did. And that's why you're undergoing training to be a spirit medium, right? Yeah, the thing is, only women can actually inherit the spiritual power. That's why the whole culture of Kurain Village kind of revolves around its women. Well, that's understandable. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, but because of that, there tends to be a lot of unsuccessful marriages. Oh? Well, men start to feel left out after a while, and then they just start leaving. Especially if the man has a daughter. Are you saying that Pearl's father, he's gone? He left the village when she was very young. Yeah, and her mom went to prison, didn't she? So, well, that's tough. Yeah, and she grew up seeing nothing but unhappy marriages all around her. That's why she's so sensitive to things like that. I guess that makes sense. Pearl seems to love you a lot. Well, it's because I'm her only cousin, and, well, because of the murder case last year, Pearlie's mother is, yeah. For the folks at home, I remember now. Pearl's mother, Morgan Fay, and her candle drinking. She's serving a prison term in isolation right now. So you see, I'm the only family Pearlie has right now. But it's the same for me too. My mother's gone too. So your mother's still missing? Yeah, and no one has any idea where she is. Ugh. Maya's mother, Misty Fay, the current master of the Kurain channeling technique, Kurain, I'm saying it wrong. She disappeared 17 years ago after getting involved in a certain police case. And just for the sake of it, yeah, she was 2. My goodness. But you're sure she's still alive, right? Yeah, I know she is. It's sort of a spirit medium thing. And if your mother doesn't come back, then what? Then according to the laws of the village, I'll become the next master. Mystic Maya, the master of the Kurain technique. Sounds like a heavy responsibility. Yeah, but there's no one else with the blood of the Fae main family who's a spirit medium. Hell, Nick, why don't we go out and start investigating? We're not gonna learn anything just sitting around the office. Yeah, I know, but first I want to talk to Pearls. Mr. Nick? Yes? I acted like a baby. You're literally 9, it's okay. Pearls. I doubted you, even though Mystic Maya trusted you completely. I guess I still have a lot of training to do. Mr. Nick! Yes? From the bottom of my heart, I apologize for what I said. It's okay. I'm the one that should be apologizing. Well, I'm gonna go out now for a bit. Where are you going? It may be small, but I still have a lot of spirit channeling power. So I'm gonna show you I can be useful too, by finding some evidence. And off she goes. Hey, wait a... Man, she runs fast for such tiny little legs. Nick, let's back off and give her some room, okay? Yeah. That seems like a pretty good idea. Now, see. We should probably go to the detective agency at this point. Oh, he's got a giant painting of himself. Of course he does. Why wouldn't he have one of those? This is a detective agency? Looks like more like the set of some B-grade horror movie. Hello? Is anyone here? Looks like nobody's home. What a waste of time. Hey, I know. Let's take that framed picture back with us as a memento. Don't you dare, Maya. Guess I'll have to try back later. Well, that's frustrating and dumb and annoying, but okay, sure. Maybe you have something new to say? No, doesn't seem so. Okay, well then maybe we can, perhaps, go back to the exhibit hall, and maybe even the basement below the exhibit hall, and maybe there'll be new information. Maya! Oh, Miss Andrews. I'm so sorry. It's my fault. Your precious urn. Your precious urn. Please, calm down. What's wrong? It never ends. Everything I touch ends in failure. Maya, I'm sorry. I'll do anything to make it up to you. No, it's okay. I know I don't look it, but I'm good with my hands. I can make you another urn. Hold on. Just wait, okay? Breathe. Calm down and talk to us. Forgive me, forgive me. Oh, you poor, poor woman. So when did you get the calling card from Master Mask? Let's see, exactly 10 days ago. I was gonna show it to the police, but that detective stopped me. So you asked Detective Atme to help with the security? Yeah. In fact, it was about 20 days ago that I hired him. He seemed to know much more about the Master Mask than the police. So you hired him for security even though the calling card arrived? Well, yeah, I had a premonition that something bad might happen. I've learned to trust my hunches. So that's why there are security cameras even in the basement warehouse? Yeah, Lori Taylor is very serious about the security measures. It was their way of saying, bring it on, to any potential thieves. Well, he sure brought it last night. He even left with a nice souvenir. Oof. Can you tell us a bit about the security for the treasure exhibit? It was all my fault. I never should have called this paltry little collection a treasure exhibit anyway. Why do you say that? The urn that was stolen is a pretty important object. Maybe, but its actual value after appraisal was, well, practically zero. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. It's a broken urn. Zero! I polished it until it was just about glowing. I thought maybe I could make it look more valuable. That urn contains the soul of Mystic Ami. Anyway, I left all the security arrangements to Detective Atme, but 5 days ago I began receiving all sorts of other exhibit items from Karain. Lots of people started going in and out of the warehouse down there. So maybe one of them was actually Master Mask in disguise. No, I personally checked out everyone that came through here, so that's not possible. Knowing Adrian, she probably even checked out what they ate for breakfast that morning. Oh boy, oh boy. Let's see. Miss Andrews? I know, it's all my fault. But what's done is done. I'll make it up by making a new urn for you. I'm just wasting my time. She's too far gone. All right, let's jump back down into the warehouse. Well, that's not exactly inspiring. Okay. Well, I kinda doubt it, but at the same time, you know what sure would be really convenient? Is if Ron was still there. He is not. Okay, so that's a minor problem. Nothing to say or I could think of to say to her, which implies that it has to be something with Adrian, but and man, getting around is a bit of a pain in the butt. Let's just be completely honest with ourselves. Okay. Can you talk about him? Miss Andrews? No, she's definitely not. Okay. So what exactly am I supposed to do now? Let's find out, I suppose. Oh, okay, I guess he came back. Here I am, looking around like a moron. When Mira but moments ago, there was literally nobody here, but now I guess he's back. Hello? Well, well, how lovely it is to see you again, my dear. It is me! Welcome to my abode. Relax and soak up the atmosphere. Well, we're actually kind of... Shush, silence! Yes. Precisely as I expected. What is? Svari! The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. A lawyer and a spirit medium. Am I correct? I think we've already been through this. Ha! So my estimation was correct. Svari! How truly elegant. Now then, what can I do for you? Well, I'd kind of like to talk to you about some stuff. You mentioned before that you were on guard duty all alone last night? Precisely. This is my 5th encounter with my archenemy. I refuse to allow anyone to interfere with this rightful pursuit of my prey. I heard you've been after Master Mask since his very first theft. Yes, my dear, I see you've done your homework. It's in his very first heist that vile thief pilfered the famous jewel, the Tear of an Amon. I first encountered him in the museum's Sacred Hall, the crime scene itself. So, that's why you were hired as security for the treasure exhibit? I'm pretty sure he said that Adrian Andrews hired him. Yes, I borrowed some equipment from Lordy Taylor and set the perfect trap. You must mean the security camera. But I thought you were watching the area yourself, too. So how did Master Mask manage to steal the urn? That's the million-dollar question. What is Damask's modus operandi? Give me that MO, yo. There's something that's kind of bothering me. Please, my dear, ask me anything you like. I have a magnifying glass. After all, we are all but seekers, wandering alone in the dark. Well, I was wondering how Master Mask managed to steal the urn. I mean, isn't it strange that you don't seem to know? Yeah, now that you mention it, it is strange. After all, you were on guard that night at the scene of the crime. Unless you were sound asleep, you should have at least seen Master Mask. Aha! Was wondering when we were gonna get one of these again. What the? It's a psych lock. Psych lock? Now it's time to explain psych locks. Or maybe not. Oh, no, we still have to talk about it. Hey, Nick, what is this psych lock thing? What do you mean, what is this psych lock thing? Well, your Magatama lets me see when people are keeping secrets. By breaking their mental locks, I can find out what those secrets are. What? This Magatama has that kind of power? Maya, you're the one who gave me this Magatama last year. Well, it's true that this Magatama is a prized Fae family heirloom, but Pearly was the one that actually imbued it with spiritual powers, right? That's why I don't really know much about what it can do. This is the woman that's going to take over the Kurain channeling school someday. So, how do you do it? How do you break the psych lock thing? Well, you present the Magatama to the person with the secret. Cool! I can't wait to see it in action. Come on, try it out. Oh boy, I think the future master still needs to learn how to be patient. That'd be nice. Now let's talk about the Sacred Urn first. Mr. Atme, do you know about the Sacred Urn? I'm interested in only one thing, my dear, and that is Mask to Mask. Sacred Urn? That has nothing to do with this case. But wasn't that what Mask to Mask stole this time? Yeah, well, I mean, whatever. I am a hunter, sir. The urn was nothing more than a lure to catch my prey. Do you yourselves remember the shape of the individual peanuts you throw to pigeons? You don't throw peanuts to pigeons. I don't think I like this guy's attitude, Nick. Well, anyway, looks like he doesn't know about the urn. So that's a big pile of butts. Anyway, how about this noise? Nyah! Reveal your nasty secrets, y'all. Mr. Penguin Man. Master Mask's M.O. Detective Atme, you were standing guard at the scene of the crime. There's no way you didn't see Master Mask commit the crime. Well, now, I can hardly see why you're so positive about that. Yes, indeed, I was guarding the warehouse, that much is true. But I can tell you for certain that not a single person passed through that door. Except for the evidence against that. But I'm not sure why, but this Atme guy is lying through his teeth. I know. I'll show him some proof. Detective Atme, I have the proof that someone went through that door. This. Get that out of my face. There was a security camera set up at the scene of the crime. It should have automatically taken a photo of anyone that went through that door. Precisely. I hope you don't mind, but we've already gotten our hands on the camera data. As you can see, the camera went off exactly once last night. But my monocle didn't catch anyone in its flash. It must be some kind of computer malfunction. It must be. Maybe it was your monocle that malfunctioned, even though that's not really a thing that can happen. What? Are you saying that I didn't do my duty properly? Detective Atme, you must have seen the thief last night. The question is, why are you trying to hide it? If he's hiding it, there must be some reason. some reason that he desperately wants to keep hidden. And I've got just the piece of evidence that should prove it. Okay, let's suppose you didn't manage to see Master Mask. In that case, the reason you didn't at the time was because you were using the bathroom, unconscious. I'm afraid that making a guess is not enough. Time to put your money where your mouth is. Show me your evidence. Oh, then I guess he wasn't actually the guy. I actually really did think he was Master Mask. Well, either way, I think he got bludgeoned over the head. Detective Atme, you were knocked unconscious by the thief, weren't you? You must be joking. I mean, obviously that's silly. You're silly. You think that I, Luke Atme, could be knocked unconscious so easily? This sword proves it. That's... Bum-ba-da-bum. Before the theft, this sword was in the hand of the statue of Ami Faye. Furthermore, at the time, it was not bent. There's only one explanation. You were struck on the head and knocked unconscious by this sword. Well, Detective, how about it? I'm impressed. You truly are an ace attorney. Even though being an attorney doesn't really have anything to do with what you just did, but whatever, compliments, man. Come on, take them. Bada bing, bada boom. Now give me that MO. I can't deny that there may be a small hint of truth in what you say. So, you were knocked out when the thief first clobbered you? Clop. What an ugly way of saying it. I suppose you could put it that way. The coward struck at the precise moment that I turned to look at the computer. So you never noticed that the thief had entered the warehouse? No. The coward must have wormed his way in through somewhere besides the door. Perhaps the air ducts or the sewer pipes. I don't know. Get off me. And my arch nemesis struck me on the head from behind with this gruesome item here. Ow. Mr. Atme should have had his poor head examined. You can say that again. Could have underestimated the thief that badly? At least it's updated. Well, looks like we got one thing cleared up anyway. What? That Atme is the greatest ex-detective in the world? No, that he never actually saw the thief. Oh, that's right. So the thief may not even be Master Mask. Just one moment, Sir Lawyer. The thief was unquestionably Master Mask. But you never actually saw him. Perhaps so, but I installed a security camera for just such a contingency. Oh. Last night, the camera went off exactly once. Behold! This is a photo of the dastardly thief taken by the security camera. Ah, well, there you go, then. That's him! And the paint is still there, so that's something. Also, 58. That's worth noting. Master Mask! Well, that is good information to have. The thief can be none other than my arch-criminal, Master Mask. After all, he has a very good reason for committing such brazen crimes. What are you talking about? Give me that info, yo. So, what did you mean by he had a very good reason? Exactly that. Mr. Delight had a very good reason to dress up and commit those crimes. There should be a green envelope somewhere in his room. You'll need to go and investigate. How would you know about that? Have you forgotten? You're speaking to the finest ace detective ever to walk on the face of the earth. The most brilliant mind since, well, ever. Look at me. Well, I guess we'd better just go take a look. And thus, we vamonos. Alright, I don't suppose talking to you would make anything happen now? Alright, well then examine. There is, in fact, a green envelope. Hey, Nick! Remember what Detective Atme said not but a few moments ago? Let's flashback to make sure everyone knows. Yes, the green envelope, gotta investigate, off I go. A green envelope, huh? Looks like this is it. Okay, let's have a look. If you don't want your true identity revealed to the world, come to KB Security at 1 a.m. on October 12th and bring $50,000. $50,000? This is a blackmail letter. Sure looks like a major clue, all right. I'll just hold on to that. Ding-a-dong! Oh, someone at the door. I'll be back. That won't take but a second, I promise. Oh, thank you for coming. That's so nice of you. When I see a damsel in distress, I just can't help myself. Please come on in. I'll make some coffee. Really? Okay, I guess I'll make myself at home, pretty lady. I mean, it's undeniable. She is a pretty lady. Hopefully she's not evil. Wait a minute, I know that voice. Oh, Nicky boy. I'm so sorry, but I got another guest. Ah! You're... Nick, it's you! Larry! And Maya, too. What a fluke! Ah, Larry! Something be stanky up in here. Long time no see. Huh? You know each other? Nicky boy. Nick, do you and this girl have, something going on? Something? If you mean what I think, I underestimated you, Nick. A gorgeous lady like this? And married too? Way to go, dude. I knew it. Just when things can't get any worse, it's time to cue in the Butz. Oh, Larry. Larry Butz. Ever since grade school, he's been not exactly a close friend, but yeah, we know each other. Hey man, that wasn't nice. That was your very first client. We've got quite the storied history, he and I. And what we used to say still rings true. When something smells, it's usually the Butz. Sigh. Hey, come on now, you're embarrassing me. In front of this pretty little thing here. So, you two are old childhood friends, I see. That's so sweet. You two go ahead and catch up on old times. I'm gonna go check out my bike. Guess I gotta talk to Larry. Nice girl, that Desi. So, how you been, Nick? Too busy if you really wanna know. That's not what I wanted to do at all. Why did you do this, control stick? So, what have you been up to this whole time? It's been 2 years since I heard from you. And what's with those clothes? You look, well, weird. Hey man, that's uncalled for. This is my uniform from my part-time job. But I can't believe it's been 2 years. They say time flies when you're having fun. Huh? What's wrong? Nick, I gotta tell you. Women, I don't trust them anymore. You got dumped again? Well, Benifer. I followed her all the way to Japan 2 years ago. That's where I met the famous Catty Tom, and my whole life changed. Benifer? Catty Tom? I'd never heard of either of them. Anyway, dude, Catty Tom chose Hollywood over me. Can you believe it? Well, actually. Anyway, sounds like you had quite the adventure. Women. There's Oh, but you're different, Maya. You're not like the rest. Looks like he's still the same old Larry. You can't take the Butz out of the Larry, but you can take the Larry from the Butz. It's so weird. So, what are you doing here? What do you mean by that? I'm just a natural-born nice guy, that's all. Actually, I picked this up last night while I was working. A wallet? You saw it? You say you found this last night? Yeah, it had a driver's license in it, so I figured I'd just return it myself. That is incredibly convenient. Hang on, let me see that for a minute. I knew it! Desi's picture's in here. Yeah, I guess he really digs his wife, huh? Well, you'd hope. Hey, Nick, it's not what you're thinking at all. No, I'm pretty sure it is. You haven't changed a bit. Nah, no way, man. I mean, she's a married woman. That's bad news. He really is here just to check out Miss Delight. So you said you found it at your job, right? Yeah, I'm working for a private security company as a guard. Chicks just love a guy in uniform, A security guard, huh? So that's what that uniform is all about. All right, give me that there wallet there. So, what time was it when you found this last night? Why are you asking that? Trying to see if I got an alibi? You're not the one on the hook for a crime this time, buddy. I guess it was around 1 in the morning on the first floor of our company building. What was Mr. Delight's wallet doing there? Anyway, there's nothing weird about that. And after all, he works there. He works there? You mean Mr. Delight? Well, we were told he's a security guard. Sure, here, take a look at this. It's right there in his wallet. What's this card? It's a key card for the security company. See, it's got a serial number on it right there. There's no mistake about it. You said you're working part-time at a security company, right? That's right. Why are you making that scary face? Security company, huh? Something's not quite secure about Larry working there. I need to find out as much about as I can about this key card. It's mine now! Okay, so the question is that everything we need to know with Larry, or can you maybe tell us more about it? Is that even an option? It'd be nice. So you're sure about this key card? Yep, that's the key card we use at the building I work in. According to the serial number, this one is for the CEO's office. You need to get into the room, and every time you use that card, it leaves a record. Leaves a record? Yeah, it tells you exactly who entered the room and when. Larry, I need that data. Whoa, slow down, man. Sorry, but that data is off limits to outsiders. If I lost this job, I'd never have a chance with Desi. You don't have a chance with her now. It's times like these when I wish lawyers weren't so powerless. Sigh. Okay, well then, Oh, I know. I doubt it, but you know anything about this? Hey, Larry, what about this? What? If you got something to say, then say it already. Huh? A blackmail letter? Do you know anything about this? What? I don't know anything about Alexis, and that's the truth. Huh? What? I can't believe you'd do this to me. I thought you were my friend. $50,000. I don't know, have that kind of money. No, you don't understand. Ugh. This blackmail letter was sent to Ron Delight. Whew. Man, you scared me. I almost had a heart attack, you idiot. Wait, I'm the idiot? Man, I was totally confused because it says KB Security right on the envelope. Yeah, so what? That's where I got a part-time job, at KB Security. But, what? Sounds like I should really find out some more about this KB Security company. Okay, do you know anything? You do! KB Security, the company in the blackmail letter. You know about it? That's where I work, yeah. In fact, I'm on the job right now. What? So what are you doing here then? Well, the boss is always away right now, and you know what mice do when the cat's away. Yes. Anyway, how far away is this company? Let me see, about 30 minutes by car, I guess. Well, if you fly down the road anyway. Well, this apartment building is pretty close to Lordy Taylor, right? And it would take roughly an hour to go from here to KB Security and back. If Ron DeLay was at KB Security when the robbery occurred, then... Whoa, then he couldn't have stolen that sacred urn. Hey, it's my awesome cell phone. Beep boop. Hello? Is this the right residence? Ah, Pearls, where are you? I thought I'd go to Lordy Taylor to try to find some more clues, but I'm afraid I've gotten lost. What? Give me that phone, Nick. Pearly, where are you right now? I was walking along and I found myself in front of that person's office. That person? Who? That person who doesn't act his age and always says Zvari when he's excited. Look at me, Ace Detective. Okay, stay right there, we're coming to get you. All right, I'm a little scared. All right, let's go, Maya. Wait a second, Nick. What? That phone call just now. Sounded like a real cutie. Another one of your, special friends. She is 9. Say goodbye to Miss Delight for me, would you, Larry? Well, the less said about any of that, the better. Ta-da! Ah, Mr. Nick, Mystic Maya, Pearly! I never thought I'd see the two of you again. Poor tiny child. So, is Mr. Ace Detective out of the office? Yeah, when I arrived here, there wasn't a single soul in sight. That guy is definitely mobile, if absolutely nothing else, let's be real. Say, Nick, doesn't it look like something's changed since we were here last? You mean the giant honking bag? Now that you mention it. Let's take a look at said giant honking bag. This bag, I'm sure it wasn't here before. Looks quite full. I wonder what could be in here. Crimes? Hey, Nick, come on, open it up. Hey, wait a minute. We can't just open his private property. Don't be such a fuddy-duddy. This is an important investigation. What's some mild crimes to be committed by a lawyer, really? Well, that's true. And truth be told, I have to admit I am curious. Well, what's in there? Hang on a sec, I'm taking it out now. Whatever it is, it feels kind of hard and smooth. Well, hello there. Hey, he's here. Hard and smooth. What are you doing, Sir Lawyer? I'm shocked to see a servant of the court ignoring the law so frequently. I am really sorry. Maya made me do it. Nick, I can't believe you. A gentleman never uses a lady as an excuse for his own poor behavior. The real question is, can you afford to waste time lollygagging about here? What do you mean by that? Perhaps I should make myself more clear. Tomorrow's trial. Zvari! Shall we say the figurative Sir William will be dropping his panties before lunchtime? Excuse me, what? Wow, Nick. Sounds like it's gonna be really exciting. And thus, we speak to him again. What's going to happen at the trial tomorrow that's so dramatic about panties? What? Do you know what your biggest mistake so far has been, Sir Lawyer? It was becoming a lawyer in the first place. Yeah, a lot of people tell me that, and yet here I am. So how about you shut your face and let me do my job? That certainly does sound like a big mistake, Mr. Nick. Tomorrow will be a day to remember. I, Luke Acme, will take the stand. And then, Zvari, My testimony will prove to be the undoing of the lot of you. Yes, all of you! I will unmask you as the thieves' co-conspirators! Conspirators? You're quick on the defensive, I see. However, it is not the eye that is your greatest enemy. There is far more dangerous threat that you will face during the trial. What are you talking about? So, lawyer, if you truly are who you say, I'm sure you've heard of him. His name is Godot. Godot? So much intrigue. You've taken a step down the path of foolishness. To try to defend a career criminal who deserves nothing less than the death penalty. Hey, last time I checked, no one knows for sure that Mr. Delight really is Damask. My dear lady, times may change, but people, sadly, do not. Well, you'll understand this when you're more mature. Yeah, I really... Remember what I said about, throwing stones in the glass houses? I feel it's applicable here. Who's this Godot person? It's not surprising that a spirit medium has not heard the name. Godot, the prosecutor whose equal cannot be found in this country but in heaven. Godot, a legend or myth? Pin a lifetime of hopes on the chance to simply meet him. Prosecutor Godot. But the best prosecutor in the country isn't Godot, it's Mr. Edgeworth. Isn't that right, Nick? It's no surprise that a spirit medium such as yourself would know nothing of this. But Ace Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth is currently traveling abroad. Huh? In fact, it was Mr. Edgeworth who acknowledged Godot as the best in this country. And do you agree with that? Most certainly. In fact, you could call him the Luke Atme of the prosecutor's office. That's not comforting, actually. The prosecution has a fighting chance tomorrow. Mr. Nick, is this Godot really that strong? I seem to remember hearing about someone like that. Not surprising. Some people spend their entire lives idly waiting for his appearance. Looks like we're done investigating for the day. Are we? Sir Lawyer, the stage has been set and all the pieces are finally in place. All that remains now is for the dance to begin. I mean, you're pretty much the only person I think it could possibly be. Either that or Desi, maybe. A new prosecutor, an ace detective, and a thief. This'll be one tough trial. That's putting it lightly. To be continued. Whew, that was quite the investigation we actually went through there. All right, everybody, I hope you had a super fantabulously wonderful time. In the next part, I guess we're heading to court, seeing what happens. As it's the second trial of the game, I imagine things won't be so simple, but, hey, dare to dream. Maybe hold out some hope. You never know. Although, I still find it very odd. Unless I'm mistaken, is this the first time we've had a case that had nothing to do with murder? Like, legitimately, I think this is the first time. It's very strange. Well, regardless, I've spoken enough. I'll see you all next time. Later.